On an unspecified island, a man relaxing with a group of people speaks on the phone with Mr. Park. Upset about misused funds, the man threatens to expose the corrupt Park Mujin. Suddenly, a storm approaches, and the island is attacked by something emerging from the clouds. Mr. Park moves forward with his plans while a helicopter pilot finds the island crushed by a giant hand. In the past, young Jean Mori is raised by his grandfather until he starts school. In the present, Mori wakes up from a dream about this and rushes through the streets on his bicycle, excited for the notable high school tournament.
Today's the day!
The preliminaries are held at KORG Arena in Seoul, attracting fighters from all over. Han Daewoo finishes his night shift and heads to the arena. Mira, admiring the muscles of martial artists who didn't qualify, asks for directions. Mori, on his way, sees an old lady being robbed and decides to help.
That poor old lady! Give that old lady back her purse so she can pay for the surgery! Little Timmy needs it or he'll die! You want that on your head?
Mori chases the thief, but accidentally crashes into Mira. After explaining, Mira joins Mori in pursuing the thief. They almost catch him, but Mira crashes into a street sign. Just as the thief thinks he's escaped, Daewoo punches him off his bike, ending the chaos.
What happened? I missed it. Huh?
Mori, Mira, and Daewoo make it to the arena in time for the preliminaries, marked with nanomachines to monitor their vitals. The preliminaries are a battle royale, with the strongest fighters standing out. Mori, Daewoo, and Mira dominate the competition. The commissioner, who recruited and was injured by Mori, watches the fight, noting things are proceeding as expected. An infamous juvenile, Gang Manseok, joins the battle late, easily dominating and bullying others. Mira tries to stop him using her moonlight sword style but struggles. Mori steps in to take over the fight. The President of the United States questions the mysterious island that was crushed by a giant hand marked with a cross. Park Mujin enters and interacts with the President.
Republic of Korea National Assembly. I'm Mujin Park.
After completing the first preliminary round, Jean Mori, Han Daewoo, and Mira walk home, discussing their reasons for entering the tournament. Mori's curiosity about Mira's sword leads to him accidentally dropping it in a river, angering Mira. She slaps him and tells him to leave. Later, Mori returns with a flashlight to help her search, joined by Daewoo with a brighter light, strengthening their friendship. The second round of the high school tournament begins, with participants now competing in one-on-one bracket matches to qualify for the national tournament. In the waiting room, tensions rise when Go Gamdo tells Gang Manseok to leave Mori alone. Manseok nearly kicks Gamdo, but Mori pulls Gamdo back in time.
Never let your guard down, man.
The tournament starts, and Mori, Daewoo, and Mira win their first round matches, along with Sungchul and Mizion. A full fight ensues between Gamdo and Manseok, with Manseok brutally injuring Gamdo and breaking his arms. Mori, furious, intervenes and kicks Manseok out of the ring. The commissioners stop Mori for interfering, leading to a potential punishment. Manseok's flashbacks reveal a mysterious person offering him power, though he is unable to use Chariok. Manseok attacks again, and Mori uses Renewal Taekwondo to defeat him. Park Mujin then intervenes, holding Mori down as he returns to Korea.
Would you look at that? He's here. You came back at just the right time. Mujin Park.
Mira faces off against WWE Women's Pro Wrestler Ma Mizion, but her sword fighting can't keep up with Mizion's well-built body and overwhelming strength. Mori faces the risk of being disqualified from the tournament after interfering with the match between Gang Manseok and Go Gamdo. Park Mujin, a National Assembly member and the God of High School Tournament sponsor, tells Mori that if he can defeat Commissioner Q in a match, he will be allowed to return to the tournament. Meanwhile, as regional preliminaries continue across Korea, a secretive organization schemes behind the scenes. The top 4 fighters in the preliminary have been decided. With her semi-final match against Daewoo drawing near, Mira is suddenly approached by Oseongjin, a martial artist and successful businessman, with a marriage proposal. She agrees to marry him in exchange for his promise to restore her family's dojo and spread the Moonlight Sword style around the world, but marrying him means she must withdraw from the tournament, and Mori and Daewoo are not okay with this. Thus they crash the wedding, reminding Mira of her true goals.
No offense, but that dress isn't your style.
Its sword and its legacy means so little to you!
Daewoo shows no mercy in his fight against Mira with the goal of getting the money to help his friend, Woo Sung-ti, who suffers from an incurable disease. Mori handily defeats his own semi-final opponent, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu user Bayan Jae-hee, but is angered by Daewoo's method of defeating Mira by targeting her injuries. Daewoo, meanwhile, learns that Sung-ti has taken a turn for the worse and strengthens his resolution even further. Then, amidst all this, Mori and Daewoo face each other in the final round.
Third stance, White Tiger!
The National High School Tournament will be a team battle between teams formed from the top 3 participants in each regional preliminary. Mira wins the battle for third place, meaning she will compete in the nationals with Mori and Daewoo. Mujin explains to the other commissioners that this is all part of the search for the one with the potential to be the key. At the same time, Mujin puts out a call to the Six, a group of extraordinarily powerful fighters, in order to deal with Nox, another organization searching for the key. In the first match of the national tournament, Mori loses his team's opening bout by applying a pressure point he learned from Bongchim of the Six, which renders him immobile. The second bout pits Daewoo against the tournament's oldest competitor, 38-year-old Jin Pengwang, who overwhelms Daewoo with powerful attacks acquired through years of hard physical labor. Meanwhile, Commissioner Q is attacked by Drake, a member of Nox, and seriously injured. Q ends up removing his limiter so he can call upon the power of the gods, and the Chariot Joker materializes. The team led by Park Ilpio, one of the participants considered a top key candidate, faces the team led by Guam Gi. Guam Gi calls upon his Chariot, but Ilpio uses his antiquated Taekyon fighting style rather than relying on Chariot. Meanwhile, Daewoo is suspended from the competition after interfering in a match and hitting Jiggle Take. Mira scolds him, but Mori seems distracted. Something he sees on Ilpio's back looks familiar.
It's the same as Grandpa's military uniform.
The stakes are high. Our protagonist, Jin Mori, learns that his grandfather, Jin Tae-jin, has been confined. Determined to set him free, Mori rushes to the rescue. Meanwhile, Daewoo and Mira await Mori's arrival at the tournament, completely clueless about the unfolding situation. But here's the twist. Mori is missing, and Daewoo is suspended. Poor Mira is left to kick off the team match all by herself. Her opponent, Marin, proves to be no pushover. Evading Myra's attacks with finesse, Marin counters using her own sword. But wait, there's more. When Marin refers to her weapon as a national treasure, it begins to glow white, revealing its true form.
A weapon that houses the power of the gods. The national treasure, Feng Shen.
Upon learning about Nox's involvement in Jin Taijin's imprisonment, Mori vows to win the tournament and rescue his grandfather. However, his opponent, Ilpio, has his own compelling reason to fight. 4 years earlier, Ilpio's cousin, Sunjian, had her leg broken by Jiggle, forcing her to give up martial arts forever. Driven by a promise to avenge her, Ilpio has resolved to fight ruthlessly. Meanwhile, Peilong, who previously attacked Mori, is eliminated from the competition, while Jiggle looks on with a cruel smile.
The key will be mine.
During his battle with Mori, Ilpio unleashes his Chariot, Nine Tails, and awakens as the key. Despite Mori's powerful Blue Dragon Tempest attack, Ilpio easily counters it, showcasing a significant gap in their strength. However, just as the outcome appears certain, a sudden surge of energy bursts forth from Mori's body, hinting at a hidden power within him. Ilpio mercilessly beats down Jiggle and is about to deliver the finishing blow when Jiggle suddenly sprouts tentacles, ensnaring him. Using his Chariok, greed, Jeagle unleashes the powers of the other Chariok he has absorbed, turning their incredible abilities against Ilpio. As their intense battle rages on, the sky above the arena undergoes a dramatic transformation, revealing a sword-wielding god and his many followers descending upon the scene.
Our omnipotent God and King shall at last descend. Upon us is both the beginning and the end!
The god that appeared over the arena is shot down by Jason's technique. Mori and his friends find themselves in a vast cave where they confront Jeagle, who is transformed into a god after absorbing the key. Despite their combined efforts, Mori, Dewi, and Myra's attacks fail to reach Jeagle. During the fierce battle, Dewi is severely wounded while protecting Mori from Jeagle's relentless onslaught. As the situation becomes increasingly dire, a long-dormant memory in Mori's mind reawakens, hinting at untapped potential within him.
Grow now. Yoibo.
Jin Mori, our protagonist, known for his exceptional martial arts skills and cheerful personality. His journey reveals his true identity as Sun Wukong. Han Dewi, Mori's friend and a talented fighter dealing with personal loss. His character arc focuses on finding purpose and strength through friendship. Yu Mira, a swordswoman with a mission to restore her family's dojo. Her determination and skill make her a formidable competitor. The bond between Mori, Dewi, and Mira is central to the story. Characters face personal and physical challenges, showcasing their resilience. The use of Chariok and its consequences highlight the theme of wielding power responsibly. The anime is praised for its dynamic fight scenes, vibrant animation, and energetic soundtrack, which enhance the overall viewing experience. This anime offers a thrilling mix of martial arts and supernatural elements, with well-developed characters and intense battles. The first season sets up a larger narrative, leaving fans eager for more.
Against the gods, against fate, most of all, against me.